Yeah, I got a bit of a question for you guys tonight. I've got as far as basically putting the track together, cutting everything, fitting everything, sanding my cork down to the right level where I want it, starting to put all my cross ties in for the points that I've made, and starting to think about actually wiring them up. And I have a question for you guys. For the crossovers, I have one crossover here, and I have another crossover here. And what I was initially thinking was that I'd have two buttons on each, and they would operate independently. So I'd push a button for this guy, and I'd push a button for this guy, and then this guy, and this guy. So four buttons total, operating completely independent of each other. And then I thought, would it be better to have one button for this set of switches here, and basically operate straight through, or crossover? So basically one button press is straight through and the other button press is crossing over, and same thing here. One button press is crossover and the other button press, they both move and you go straight through. So that's the question. When you guys are wiring these things up, tortoises and whatever else, do you have them operating in pairs, or do you have them operating independently? I'm kind of thinking that independently doesn't make any much sense, because when you're going to cross over, you want this guy to go with this guy. Otherwise, you're stuck halfway through the switch. And then the other thing I want to ask is for the wires for the frogs. Do you need to do two switches for the frogs? So this frog switches with this set of points, and this frog switches with this set of points? Or can you get away with dropping one wire down, or one wire down for each frog, and then merging the wires and having them controlled by one side, this side or this side? Scratching my head on the polarity of that. Maybe you guys can just stop my brain from hurting and let me know. Anyway, those are the two technical questions I have before I start doing any of this stuff. I'll just show you what I've got while I've got you online. So this is my thinking here. I don't know if you can see it. I got 55, code 55 in the front, and then I got code 70, and then I got code 83. This is the full 1/4 inch cork. This was 1/4 inch belt sanded down, and this is 1/4 inch belt sanded down to basically nothing. So I've got three distinct levels. I got three different grades of track. And so basically this is my main line. This is my siding, and then this is like kind of an industry track, I guess. So I'll just show you from the top so you get an idea of what I'm thinking here. The other one is I've left myself just enough room on the industry track for one car and one engine. So basically you come in off the main, you got to come down here, and you got to have the engine first, and then you got to back the car into the, this is my Forsyth lubrication thing that I built. You may have seen this. So I'm gonna put this on here because it's nice and skinny, and it gives me kind of a more finished look. Anyway, so I want to put two cars here, so I'm gonna have to get one at a time. And so you're gonna have to come in with a car, or come in empty actually, pick up the empty car, bring it back out here, dump it on the track somewhere, bring in the full, bring that in, come back out, get the next full one, bring it in, bring it back out. So there's gonna be a lot of switching right here, and I kind of forced myself to do that, kind of extending operations, I guess. So that's my thinking on this part. This thing leading off here, the curve switch, is the beginnings of a Y. So I'm gonna try and do a Y, just for turning around, adding interest to a shelf layout, I guess. So this guy is going to go to an industry, and it's going to have a complex crossing, like a double curve crossing with the other part of the Y. And this is the Y right here. And then the main line and the siding are going to go parallel all the way around as far as I can go. And I'm going to use these two guys here for consisting engines. So I'll run them both. Probably I'll get a good 20 feet of length on the track paralleling, so I can run these trains 20 feet and just see how they perform together without actually joining the couplers up. They can go side by side, and I can see how well they do at each speed step. Anyway, that's the whole plan. I think it's coming along. I am going to start drilling holes through the board here and start putting in my servo motors. My wires should arrive. I got a couple spools of wire going, color coded. They should be here next week, and so I'll start wiring the base. But yeah, again, if you guys can leave in the comments what you think about one button push for both of these going, or one button for each switch. So should I have 4 buttons or 2 buttons to operate these guys? And what should I do with my frog wires? Can they be combined into one switch, or do they need to be independent, operating from this servo motor and that servo motor? Appreciate your thoughts. Thanks for stopping by.